The cross. A symbol that transcends time, culture, and history. A symbol of death, but also a symbol of life. A place of agony, but also a place of hope. A place of rejection, but also a place of welcome. A place of judgment, but also a place of mercy. For Judas, the cross came too late. But for you, it's never too late. Pause for reflection. How do you view the cross? Is it a distant story from a long time ago, or is it the present reality of God's love, reaching out to you today? On that cross, Jesus was hung between two worlds, the world that rejected him and the world that was about to be redeemed through him. He saw everything, the mockery, the pain, the rejection, the sorrow, but he also saw you. He saw your struggles, your pain, your deepest fears, your heart that has wandered far. He saw it all, and he chose to endure it. Pause for reflection. When Jesus looked at the cross, he saw you. He saw your brokenness. He saw your failures. He saw every tear you cried, every moment of despair, and he still chose to love you. The blood that flowed from his body was not just blood. It was more than just physical pain. It was the price of forgiveness, the price of grace. It was the price of restoration. His blood was the price of your redemption. Pause for reflection. Do you see the power in his blood? Do you see that it covers every sin, every mistake, every failure, every regret? Do you see that his blood is calling you back home, even when you feel lost and far away? Judas, in his despair, never saw the cross. He never saw the grace that was just within reach. He believed the lie that it was too late. But today, the cross stands before you, ready to embrace you, ready to restore you. The cross is not just an ancient story. The cross is the place where transformation happens. And that transformation is for you. You don't have to stay in the field of despair. You don't have to end your story in shame, isolation, and guilt. You don't have to let your failures define you. The cross is calling you to come. It's calling you to lay down your burdens and receive the grace that is waiting for you. Pause for reflection. Are you willing to come to the cross today? Are you ready to lay down your shame, your regrets, your guilt, and let him take them all? Or will you continue to believe the lie that it's too late for you? Jesus did not die for the perfect. He died for the broken. He died for the one who fell short. He died for the one who betrayed, the one who denied, the one who turned away. He died for Judas. And he died for you. Pause for reflection. Can you comprehend the depth of his love for you? Do you realize that no matter how far you've fallen, his love is greater still? His arms are open wide, ready to embrace you, no matter how many times you failed. On the cross, Jesus declared, "It is finished." This wasn't just the moment when sin was paid for. It wasn't just when death was defeated. It wasn't just when the veil was torn. No, it was more than that. It was a moment when your story could be rewritten. It was a moment when your brokenness could be healed. It was a moment when your failures could be transformed into glory. It was a moment when the cross held the power of redemption in its hands. Pause for reflection. Do you believe that your story can be rewritten today? Do you believe that your past, your mistakes, your guilt do not have the final word? Do you believe that the cross can transform your life? Judas couldn't see it. He couldn't see that grace was waiting for him. He couldn't see that the arms of Jesus were still open to him. He couldn't see that forgiveness was already there. But you can see it. You can see the cross. You can hear the call of grace. And today, you have a choice. The choice is simple, yet profound. Will you step into grace, or will you walk away? Will you accept the forgiveness that Jesus has already purchased for you? Or will you continue to carry the weight of your guilt alone? Pause for reflection. How will you respond to the grace that is calling you today? Will you surrender? Will you run into the arms of the one who loves you more than you can imagine? Will you accept the mercy that is waiting for you? Remember Peter. Remember how he denied Jesus. Remember how he wept bitterly. But then, he ran to Jesus. He ran to the one who had always loved him. He ran to the cross. And Jesus restored him. Not because Peter was perfect, but because Peter knew the power of repentance. Peter knew the power of coming back to Jesus, the one who had loved him from the start. Pause for reflection. Have you ever run to Jesus like Peter did? Have you ever embraced the grace that is available to you today? Or have you allowed shame to keep you distant, thinking you're not worthy? The cross is where grace and justice meet. It is where God's holiness is satisfied, and His love is poured out in abundance. The cross is where every lie is exposed, every wound is healed, and every terror is wiped away. At the cross, you are free. At the cross, you are restored. At the cross, you are loved beyond measure. Pause for reflection. Are you ready to be free? Are you ready to lay down your chains of guilt and regret, and walk into the freedom that Christ offers? The cross is calling you. It is calling you to surrender. It is calling you to be restored. It is calling you to begin again. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for a better time. Today is the day of salvation. Today is the day of redemption. Pause for reflection. What is holding you back from the cross today? What fears, doubts, or lies have kept you from fully embracing the grace of Jesus? Judas' story was not the end. It was a warning. Peter's story was not the end. It was the beginning of restoration. And your story is still being written. Your story is still in progress. You are not defined by your past mistakes. Today, the cross stands before you, and it is waiting for you to come. The blood is still flowing. The grace is still sufficient. The arms of Jesus are still open wide. Will you come? Pause for reflection. Will you step into the grace of God today? Will you allow the cross to rewrite your story? The choice is yours. The grace is yours. The redemption is yours. Will you take it? The end or the beginning?